Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura, and you're watching Thirsty Threads. So from my video doing the Scrappy Disappearing 9-patch, we had a viewer ask how I do my sashing. So we're going to address that today. Well, we know the first thing that we always want to do is to double check and make sure of measurements. And I'm right at 15 inches. And I already did one side of this to 15. So I'm going to use this purple, and I didn't cut this one exactly. I was like, I'll just trim it off. When I trim, I like to get, these rulers all have all these lines. I'll pick one and put on my seam, and that way I know I've got it straight. And it's just to, make it a little easier if we're putting on the other sides. But let's just do that real quick. So I measured all of my blocks to be 15 by 15. So I know these are 15 inches wide and 15 inches long. So I want to take my fabric and I want to measure 15 inches. I'm just going to use the grid here on my cutting mat. So I'm going to start it here at the 10. Well, 10 and 15 is 25. Okay, so. This way. And I want my little piece here to be in the corner. Now, I've got cancel that. So I'm wanting this to be in the corner. So I'm going to take my 15, this is 2.5 inch strip by 15 inches. And I have so I have 2.5 inch wide strips, and I've cut it 15 inches. And I have 2.5 inch squares. I am just going to sew this onto one end. Kind of move everything aside. And y'all would be so proud of me. I don't feel the need to pin this. I'm getting a lot more confident and comfortable, and I'm learning how to not let it slip. You know your sewing method. You know what happens when you sew. You know if you need to pin or not. I am using my 1/4 inch piecing foot, and I'm going to put my needle in the center. Ordinarily, I would have something else to go under here. That way I'm not wasting my thread. Leaders and enders, I'll ask David to put a link here. I'll ask David to put a little link here for y'all. You can look and see about leaders and enders. So we want to press this. Max. Video bomb. What would it be without Max sticking his head in, you know? Come on. He's my buddy. So I'm going to press this, and I'm going to press it to, let's see. Yep, I'm going to press it to the dark side. This time I am going to pin, because I'm doing a seam, and I just like to make sure that I don't, move around. And I'm probably going to turn this upside down because I like to do this first. So I'll turn it upside down. I'll figure a way to get it so that my seam is at the top end of my sewing. So I just nestle those seams in, and I pin on the other side as well. Again, I know how I sew. I tend to slip. And now we're just going to sew our seam this way. And I'm not going to pin the whole thing because I'll keep it fairly straight all along. Now, if I was pinning it, I could go a little faster. But we both know this isn't a race. So my number one goal right now is to get past my joining. Oh, don't run over my seam, my pins. So I just kind of scooch them out of the way without removing them. I just kind of scooch them down. What happens if you sew over your pins? Well, if you're lucky, it just sews right over. If you have my kind of luck, you always sew at the pin and you bend your needle. And you don't notice it for a little while, so you end up messing up your bobbin casing, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure we have all heard the saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Just take your time. Measure twice, cut once. Notice I keep double checking it, making sure I've got it lined up. Now I've got a nice hold at the bottom, and I'm just going to keep it. And I am almost out of bobbin. So there you go. That is how I do my sashing. Now after I get 4 of these, I'll put them together, and then I put another one of these on the end. So I have a complete row. Let me show you. You see, I've got, starting with this end, 2, 3, 4. So I put another one of these on the back end. Then when I'm ready to put this together with another row, when I get another row of 4, I just put I just make sure that this is in between. And on my last row, my very last row, I will put the bottom on. And the reason I like to go ahead and do these together is I find it's just so much easier to get a 15-inch piece of fabric and a 2.5-inch piece of fabric sewn on correctly than a whole long strip. I like putting them on little pieces at a time. So this is a excuse me. This is the start of my final row. So my next one that I put on will have, well, it'll look just like this one. And I'll just attach them. So that is how I do my sashing. Easy breezy. The most important part is you have squared up your squares and you know what your measurements are. And you measure twice, cut once. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. You know? Like in my case, I don't have a whole lot of this purple fabric left. But I know it's a staple at Joann's. And I figure, well, if I run short on the last row, hey, gives me a reason to go shopping, right? But I'm going to have enough. As long as I don't make a lot of mistakes, I'm going to be fine. Oh, knock on wood. And don't forget to check out our new, and I'm really excited about this, our new little activity, Thursday Threads Book Club. Look for that on Facebook. Next Tuesday, the 13th, we're going to meet live. And I don't know yet if it's live Facebook or live YouTube or exactly how we're going to work it. That's in my husband's purview. But we're going to try to do a live session. It'll be my very first live session, so be nice. And about 8:30 Eastern Time. And we will discuss The Quilter's Apprentice. And you will find a link to Thursday Threads Book Club Facebook group below, which will have a link to get the book. It is an Amazon link. It's an affiliate link. Does not cost you any extra, but it does throw a few pennies my way to, support my fabric addiction and help me to bring you more videos. Got a lot of exciting things going on between the rabbits. Oh, we got a rooster. Yes, we got a rooster. A friend of ours, her daughter, gave her like 7 chicks for Mother's Day. And they were supposed to be all hens. All 3 of them turned out to be roosters, so she gave us one of the roosters. He's a pretty boy. Let's see, and rabbits are doing well. Excited about that. David is working on a new and improved Rabbitry. Get more airflow. If you would like to make any kind of donation, even $1, check out the free funder. Because honestly, if we could get 500 people each giving $1 and sharing it, that would really go a long way towards the supplies. Lumber is coming down, but it's still higher than what either of us are used to. So be sure to check out the free funder. Check out our Amazon store. Lots of fun stuff coming up. I have just a lot of ideas. Too many ideas. More ideas than there is me or time in the day. I am doing much better with my new treatment of Vigart. I'm excited about it and looking forward to my next round of infusions in a month or so. Doing really well. Kids are back in college. I have the house to myself. David has me a TV set up so I can put in movies. The only thing I have to worry about is Max getting his tail in the way. I'm so glad you joined me today. I really hope that this has helped you. And ask questions. Definitely ask questions. I'll be glad to show you. Right way, wrong way, I don't know. It's my way. You will probably have to come up with your own way. What you are comfortable with. But I think when the day is done, as long as it looks good and you're satisfied with it, you know, as my dad used to say a lot of times. I hope you're having as wonderful day as I am. I hope you're happy. I hope you feel blessed. I hope you're enjoying your sewing machine and enjoying your fabric. I just hope life is good for you. And I sincerely hope you will come back right here to Crazy Dave's Crew. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.